could look me in the eye. It's all because of Jesus, he the reason I'm alive. I live by faith, by grace, you know that I ain't gotta strive. They told me, tone it down, I told them.
Here comes the thunder. Here comes. I think I can only do like 4 seconds of that. So
you know, because if you sing it, you're going to get copyrighted.
Because I sing it so well that Tim Hicks is going to be like, dang, I should let these guys cover it.
It would be awful.
What's up, guys? I'm Ryan. This is
Why don't
Jared.
they play that song at Emily?
The dude must not like hockey or something. I don't
Maybe
know.
we just don't know about it, and we have to tell the DJ.
Yeah, we'll do our private meeting with, them to talk about that at a later date.
We'll let them know.
What up, guys? I am your boy, your one and only, your prized possession, the thing on your bedside table that never finds a drawer, the thing you have to carry with you at all times. This is Jared, and we're here to talk about
the boat parade.
This is the boat
one time
parade.
you said that you were the thing that used Sharpie in the drawer, and now you're the opposite, I guess.
Yeah, well, it was a quick transition. I brought my daughter on the show, if you guys didn't know, a while back, and then all of a sudden now I'm a celebrity. So it happens. It's something you just get used to. But
today we are talking about the Stanley Cup Finals, which start tomorrow.
And you know what? Suck it. To all you Rangers fans that were talking trash when you were up 2-0 in the series, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I know it's
you
a little
guys
bit much,
stink.
but
Except for the guys that helped the Lightning fan that got punched out that we talked about before. You're cool. Everybody else stinks.
It just when you said the Stanley Cup Final, I just feel like I had to reiterate the fact that like so many people when we started the playoffs were like, "There's no way Tampa's going to make it."
Nobody
to the final.
said we were going to make it out of the first round.
Right, and guess
Maple Leafs
guess
fans
what?
stink. Florida Panthers fans stink. New York Rangers fans stink.
Yeah, Lady Liberty was not standing as tall and
so
proud.
it's the finals. Absolutely anything can happen. So like I have no prediction, but everybody, the whole playoffs has said, no, this is it. You guys are done. So on and so forth. Well, they can suck it.
Right. I actually had the opportunity to be at Game 3 and 4 at home in the Rangers series, and like Rangers fans were so cocky. Like before the game, they were sitting down there, and you hear that Igor's better, and then as the game went on, you just watched them like emotionally deteriorate, like fall to pieces. And then Game 6, what a game. We don't even have to talk about that. But what we're going to talk about just briefly, it's a little bit preview of this final. So we have the Colorado Avalanche, who've only lost 2 games this entire playoffs.
That's pretty serious.
They've played with 2 goalies back and forth. So there's a 6-0, 6-2 record between these 2 goalies. Offensively, one of the most like
explosive for sure.
That's a great word. I was going to say like slap aggressive, like one of these like explosive offensive teams in a different way than the Panthers are, though. Obviously, the Panthers were explosive offensively, but they're very sporadic. The Colorado have a very controlled, explosive offense, which is really, it's like an avalanche. It's very dangerous.
The thing that I'm most excited to see in this series, and I'm probably jumping ahead of myself, but I didn't want to come into this with like stats because, then you put yourself into a box sometimes.
No, we're better than our stats.
I want to see Hedman and Makar, their matchup. I know like they don't go against each other, but
we want to see them fight.
I would love to see Victor Hedman show that he is the best defensive player in the NHL over the past 4 years or so, and Makar, the newbie, can suck it.
It is interesting for me. This whole playoffs has been about us proving that we're better in some way. So against the Rangers, it was Vasy proving he was better than Igor, even though Igor had a better season in the regular season. And now we have this matchup of defensemen, and I think you'll see the same thing. I think you're going to see Hedman prove himself to be the better man. And
here's what they need to do. They just need to, before every game, maybe the day before so he can get ready, they just need to go to Vasy and tell him, hey, Vasy, if you lose tonight, you're out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
And if Vasy thinks that if they lose, they're out, then they will shut out everybody every game, maybe 1 goal. And when he plays like that, they're gross.
Now, I'm just going to break down this a little bit. So Colorado have the home ice advantage, so it's a best-of-7 series.
They do.
The first 2 games are going to be in Colorado.
They've had home ice the entire playoffs, and we've had home ice the whole playoffs.
They made it hard for this third cup, but we're going to get it. But here's the deal. 2 in Colorado, 2 in Tampa, and then if needed, you have 5 in Colorado, 6 in Tampa, and 7 in Colorado. Now, I was talking to someone today people now that we're doing a lot of these, people are coming and asking us questions about this, especially newer hockey fans. What do you think's going to happen? Blah blah blah. Here's my prediction for game 1.
I'm nervous.
Which I can give.
Nervous because I don't know what you're going to say.
So I am pretty much 100% would bet on us winning game 1 in Colorado. And let me explain why. There's 2 dynamics here you have to remember. Number 1, Colorado hasn't faced a single good goalie the entire playoffs. Bennington is arguably an average goalie.
Who's he, St. Louis?
St. Louis, the only people that won a game against him. But Bennington's not in the same category as Vasilevsky. And so you can bank on the first game.
Not a cocky statement. That's a truthful statement.
That's a fact statement. So there's two reasons why my hat is on Tampa for this first game. Number 1 is they have not played anything like Vasy, and they're not prepared. Number 2, they're coming off, I think, 15 days of rest.
Nah, no way it's been that
It's
long.
been a long time because they had a week.
Could we look it up?
I don't know if we can look it up. Can you look up? No, you can't.
Bro, pull it up on the computer screen.
So, okay, I'll just do
It's
that.
okay. You guys get to see behind the scenes. It's okay.
I'll just do that. So we were looking up algae.
Algae.
So Colorado.
Just look up Colorado Avalanche game and hit that, and then it'll show you like their
Okay.
scores, and then look at the date of the last game, and then it's the 14th of June today.
Let's see. Well, it's talking about.
Well, click the down arrow. Yep, that thing, and then go up to the last game they
Oh,
played.
I see.
No, not all the way up there.
Oh, no, down here.
The game before tomorrow's
Yeah,
game.
it's the Oilers. It was Monday, June 6th. Today's the 14th. So 8 days.
8 days.
So tomorrow will be 9 days when they play their first game. So
and we've had like 4 days off.
and we've had 4 days off, and we just came off a sweep, essentially. winning
I get what you're
4
saying.
games in a
4
row.
games in a row.
So here's the deal. We have all the momentum. They have the rest, which is very dangerous in the playoffs to have that kind of rest. They don't have it. The guys on the ice do not have experience winning a Stanley Cup in the final.
That's true.
And then the third thing being Vasilevsky is going to shock them because a lot of the shots that would go through Bennington, that would go through Mike
Or
Smith,
freaking.
Vasilevsky's
Why do I
going
think
to...
his name is Alex?
No,
That's
it's
the
Mike
quarterback
Smith.
from back in the day.
Yeah.
Mike Smith, 41. Let's all kinds
So
of crazy stuff.
I believe they're unprepared. So I believe we're going to get game 1. I'm not going to say the score because I honestly don't know.
I wouldn't be. I totally agree with everything that you're saying. But the Lightning in the past, like 3 playoffs, I think they've almost lost every game 1.
I think we have lost every game 1, but that's because we're normally figuring the team out. I don't think there's a lot to figure out here.
The key to the series is for the Lightning to do their 1-1-3 blue-to-blue defense and absolutely dominated that. If they do that...
Yeah, but the problem is this Colorado team's going to capitalize on two-on-ones a way that the Rangers didn't. You have a lot. Mackinnon and some of these guys, bro, they're not going to miss opportunities like some of these geniuses on the Rangers. So I think that if you push too heavy in a press in the blue-to-blue, your risk factor is a little higher. Now, Vasy's going to help with that. That's the reason we could depend on that against the Rangers. But, man, if we go right into that, into a heavy press.
That's the Lightning, though. That's 1-1-3 blue-to-blue Lightning.
Dump
That's
and
what
chase
we do.
or
And then dump
breakaway.
and chase on offense.
Dump and chase. And
But
then
from that blue-to-blue, the one guy at the blue
Send
line,
Hagel
the one
in.
guy at the red line, then the 3 with the drop down forward on the other blue line.
this is something that because no one actually cares about that. But what people do care about, Braden Point is expected to come back for game 1 tomorrow against Colorado. Now, he was in full speed practices today on the ice with the team. He wasn't off doing his own little things. He actually participated in practice today. So, guaranteed he will come back in this series. Now, I told someone today it would be really cool if he came back for the first home game because the atmosphere would be so dangerously momentum shifting. However, my friend made a comment.
But he's rusty. You gotta get a rust game.
Well, but my friend made a comment, which is this is the playoffs. You need Pointer on the ice against the Avs. You need it. He's fast. You need him on the ice. You need his transition speed. You need him. So we may actually see him play tomorrow. Another reason I think we're going to see a win. It's a big kind of momentum thing for the guys. And then there's 2 things that are going to happen. Either the Avalanche win game 2 and then we win in 6. I think there's a lot of money you could put towards that. Or they lose game 2 and get swept. I don't think there's another way this series goes. I'm just being honest with you. I think the Lightning have stayed hungry for a third cup.
We sound incredibly biased, and I'm here for it.
No,
you can try to chirp us, and we don't care.
And I'm just be honest, because people, listen, you guys got to understand, even if you hate the Lightning and you hate us and whatever, you got to realize people were talking trash when it came to Toronto, and we said we're going to beat Toronto, and then we were at Game 6 and we beat Toronto. Then people said the Panthers were going to crush us, and then we swept them. And then the Rangers, Igor's better than this.
Oh,
and
you're down 0-2.
And then, we were down 0-2, and then the whole league's making all these jokes. Okay, so we're just telling you, having watched this team, knowing what these guys are capable of, being the most selfless-driven team probably in the league, but we have history. We're going after a third cup. I don't really see another way this series goes. Either we sweep the Avalanche or we win at home in 6. If it goes to 7, there's no losing for the Lightning. So I just, at the end of the day, to have a goalie like Vasilevsky against the Avs already has taken them out of an opportunity to win this, in my opinion. And so, because they're not prepared for that. And the 2 games that they're getting prepared for that, bring it right back home for 2 home games. And Amelie's the hardest atmosphere in hockey to play against. It's the most consistent sold-out games in the last few years. It's the highest average attendance. The heart's in the city. It's all that's going on right now. The Rays are trash. No one cares about them because they're in St. Pete.
Bro.
No, I'm just telling you. The Rays aren't trash in how they're playing, but the Rays are in St. Pete.
They kind of stink right now.
But nobody's freaking driving to St. Pete or caring about the Rays in the regular season. All that matters in Tampa right now, sports-wise, is the Lightning. It's all over the city. It's all over the billboards. When you come to our house, you're going to pay the price.
I did have somebody ask me, hey, why don't you guys talk about the Rowdies? I said, yo, hold on a second, buddy. We got to talk about the Lightning first, winning the Stanley Cup, and then we got to do a boat parade. Then we'll talk about the Rowdies before the Bucks start.
And we will talk about the Rowdies, and we're even going to get involved in some of the college stuff and different things. But right now, for the next 2 weeks, if it goes that long, could be 4 games. Here's the deal.
Who are you most concerned about from the Avs?
Makar.
Yeah? Not Mackinnon, not Landeskog.
Yeah, but I think we've dealt with aggressive offensive players our whole series. Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, they're the same breed of player. We haven't played somebody that has someone like Makar. I mean, no other team has block shots the way we have in the playoffs. Our guys have been laying on the ground, taking, so going
staying
against,
around there, leading the charge,
exactly,
being the example,
and as they should. And I don't know, this Colorado team is definitely dangerous in that particular aspect. But Makar leads the charge as far as defensemen in the league. Non-bias, people would say that they're comparable. Some people would even say that Makar is better than Hedman. I saw a vote where it was like 80-something% said that they'd have Makar over Hedman, which is a joke, but people have opinions. And
the Swede, man.
The thing is, opinions are like armpits, right? Everyone has them, and most people stink. So it's
That's
a part
of
it.
it.
But
it's okay. We like getting chirped. So tell us how we're wrong, and
Tell
we'll
us.
see you in a week or so. You know
we'll
what
see
I'm saying?
you at the boat parade in Tampa. All you losers are invited.
Hey, last thing. We will be at the watch party on Saturday.
Yeah.
If you are there, hit us up on Instagram. Let us know. We'd love to meet you guys.
I think we're sitting in 217.
217. Come see us in 217. Come see us in Thunder Rally. Whatever it is, we'll see you there. And let's go Bolts.
Go Bolts, man. It's going to be great. We'll see y'all at Emily Saturday.
You know you can look me in the eye. It's all because of Jesus. He the reason I'm alive. I live by faith, by grace. You know that I ain't gotta strive. They told me, Tony.